Good morning, all. Dr. Jared here. Looking forward to starting this week right with you. Talking about reducing the quarantine 15 as summer is somewhat officially kicking off here. Um, Bringing up the quarantine 15, something that's somewhat novel is that being, sheltered in place, so many people, unfortunately, had reductions in their health instead of improvements in their health with the extra time that they had available, and a lot of that is related to things like being thrown out of routine, possibly becoming more depressed with being sheltered, but job stress is what health stresses, whatever it might be. But what we're going to do over these next three parts in this series is just talk about everything from the simple stuff, which is what we're going to cover today, to the more complex, how to make your body function the absolutely most efficiently, but also for those of you that did gain that quarantine 15, how to take it off as effectively as it went on there. So starting today, we're going to talk about nutrition and exercise. So of the people that started to put on the quarantine 15, the most common thing to already have it gone is to go on an eating program. So, I'm of the opinion, go on whatever eating program suits you, but some of my favorites, so, the Whole30 is great. Doing ketogenic eating is great. Paleo eating is great. At Max Living, we talk about the advanced eating plan. And I'd like to, for those of you that are newer to this, remind you of what the advanced eating plan is and then what it does. So basically, it has 5 simple rules. Cut out all grains and refined carbohydrates. Cut out all moderate and high glycemic sugars. And if you're not sure which are moderate or high glycemic fruit sugars, just go ahead and check on your phone, type that in with Siri, and you can find out very simply. But basically, the fruits that you'll eat are berries, green apples, lemons, limes, just things that have lower sugar overall. Additionally, you're going to moderate your protein. So what that means is cutting the protein that you eat per meal down to 30 grams or below. The reason that's so important is that anything over that, your body doesn't digest and it turns into body fat anyway. So 30 grams of protein or less. Just to give you a reference, that's 6 ounces of meat or less, plus whatever protein might be in other sources that you're consuming. You want to increase healthy fats like coconut oil, avocado, olive oil, nuts, things like that. And then you want to cut or reduce your overall toxicity. So those are the 5 points of the advanced plan. Why are the advanced plan or keto or these things that we just mentioned, where all of them are similar in that you're cutting all refined carbohydrates and sugars? What they do is they help to balance your body's hormones. So they lower your insulin levels. They cause you to have more insulin sensitivity, which is fantastic, not only for weight loss, but for diabetes, for inflammation related to heart disease, and even for sugars feeding cancer in your body. So again, you're getting to the cause or doing the right things. If I was going to be simplistic, or you maybe don't have access to the book or some of the other options out there, simply cutting out all refined carbs like bread, rice, and pasta for a period of time would absolutely have a positive effect on you. So, like I said, I would consider, if you've gained the quarantine 15 or whatever amount that you don't want to have, going on one of those eating plans for at least 2 weeks, but ideally for closer to a month, has the ability to cut, a few pounds all the way up to a pound every single day that you're on it. So eating is the most important and the most proven. But the other one is what everybody knows: it's exercise, and it's true exercise. And what I mean by that is, we're talking about exercise where you get out of breath. I have to empathize with so many people out there who have just had their workout routines broken. For me, I was a early morning Y member, so I go to the YMCA 2 to 3 days a week, play basketball. Other days, lift weights on a HIIT circuit, the high intensity interval training, so that even while lifting weights, get out of breath. Now, of course, the gym's been closed since March, and we don't have full access or understanding to what the plan is even now with the state of Illinois. But, one thing, so yesterday, even though personally I don't enjoy running as a workout, I like to play basketball for that cardiovascular thing. Went for a run in the heat yesterday, and in the whole time that I was running, I saw several people out for a walk. Ironically, all of them had masks on, which is not even recommended by the governor or the state or the CDC. They were, if you're outside, you should be breathing fresh air, especially when you're in a park away from people. But it was a slow walk. It wasn't an out of breath walk. And then one person riding their bike, again, very leisurely. And I don't want to take away that these might be meditative, getaway, positive, just mental stress relieving experiences. But remember, if you're really trying to be in good physical cardiovascular shape, boost your metabolism, you need to exercise intensely enough that you're out of breath for at least a total of 6 minutes. So whether that's running, whether that's fast walking and slow walking, whether that's doing a HIIT workout in your house with body weight squats and push-ups and sit-ups, whatever it is, exercise, you need to get out of breath. And for those of you that love the group classes at the gym, like I said, I empathize, but that is the basics. So if you put on the weight, start with eating, but also more intense exercise, and you'll do fantastic. Stay tuned for part 2 later today. Have a great day.